Looking over the Barr Hammock Levy Prairie, it's easy to see why so many are calling the property the crowning achievement of the Alachua County Forever Land Preservation Program.
This is a really big deal. It's big because this is our biggest piece of property that we've acquired. It's our biggest complex of properties. It was the last piece we bought with the Alachua County Forever money, and we're finally following through on making it accessible to the public so they can see what all the fuss and all the money and all the time was spent on.
You've got a great variety of ecosystems present here for people to enjoy, so it's a really incredible asset.
It's just an important parcel for us to have as the crown jewel of our park system.
We've got some wonderful hiking trails. They're elevated on these old levees where you have these wonderful views. So all of that is tremendous. It's good for the body, it's good for the soul.
Before, obviously a limited number of people could utilize it. Now it's something for everybody to enjoy, and it really is something special.
The property was officially opened to the public after a chilly February morning ribbon-cutting ceremony. And while the approximately 200 citizens who attended the event enjoyed walking and biking the trail to take in breathtaking landscapes and wildlife, its greatest value may be in the role it plays in protecting and preserving our environment, specifically our water.
The value of this property is tremendous in terms of protecting and restoring water resources. And we've got, in this whole area, we've got 5,700 acres. And for every inch of rainfall, that translates to about 150 million gallons of very clean water that has the potential to replenish our drinking water aquifer, the Floridan aquifer.
But for most nature lovers, it may be the incredible view which stays with them, a window into a rare part of Florida that many don't normally experience.
The elevated levee system, which was built to really impound water, now allows you sort of an elevated vista over the prairie, so you get to see all the wildlife, the vegetation, the birds, everything from an elevated point of view, and you don't have to walk a great distance to have that viewshed. You can see it from really anywhere once you enter the property.
Barr Hammock and Levy Prairie are examples of the wet prairies in Florida, like Payne's Prairie, and they're really a unique ecosystem that we have. When things are dry, trees grow on them. When things are wet, they turn into lakes, and the dynamic nature of the water levels makes for really interesting habitat for both plants and animals. So this is a great example of that. We'll see all kinds of migratory animals come through here, including bears and large animals like that, as well as the ones that migrate long distances like sandhill cranes and a lot of ducks and waterfowl.
It's biologically very significant. We've got water flowing in from the northeast in the Payne's Prairie watershed. We've got water flowing in from the south, Ledwith Prairie, that combines here on this large, now restored marsh, where you've got water in Florida, you've got a lot of wildlife, you've got a lot of things going on. You've also got a very large intact upland forest that goes along with it. It's biologically very significant. It's really incredible for a county to have this kind of asset.
And it's an asset the county was able to acquire at an incredible price.
This is our 17th Alachua County Forever acquisition through a combination of funding that the voters of Alachua County provided to us. And this is your property.
The amazing thing about this particular property is Alachua County didn't end up having to pay for it. We had some wonderful partners, including the private property owner, Mr. Whitehurst, that did a very generous donation.
Alachua County was able to use a lot of state money, a lot of federal money to acquire this property. And it was one of the promises of Alachua County Forever when it was passed 13 years ago that we would go out and find as much money as possible.
It cost about $4 million total. It cost the people of Alachua County nothing. So 0 to $4 million, that's some really powerful leveraging.
But cost aside, the Barr Hammock Levy Prairie is priceless.
The public gets an opportunity to enjoy an absolutely spectacular vista and watch nature doing its thing, and at the same time, we're filtering our water so that we can have better water.
I like this property in particular because it's large, wild, and connected. This is as good as anything out on Payne's Prairie or any of the other wet prairies in this area.
For Alachua County Communications, I'm Alan Yetter.